I got a question for you. So this series called Get Loud, right? It's all about what excites you, what gets you really just to respond with excitement. Everybody, holler out, what makes you excited? Come on, anything, go. Food, soccer, basketball, what else? Anything? Football. I got food, sports, all right, it sounds right. Okay, what do you got? Food, more food, all right, right? Video games, that's a big one. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, come on, guys, right? There are things every day that we experience that excite us, right? Like it excites us kind of like how we were doing, but also kind of like this, right? Play these clips for me. Like what gets crowds going at games, right? Oh, that's more of like an award show there. I apologize. Yeah, no, the next one. Is there sound for that? Do we got sound? There it is. Okay. Or this one. This was my favorite one.
Bop, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
You guys seen that meme? Have you seen that meme? That's the video. Yeah. The whole video is ridiculous. Anyways. Yeah, right? It's things every single day we are responding physically to what matters the most to us, right? We cheer, we jump, we shout, we celebrate. Your body follows what your heart values, right? Or when we get mad about something, we react with anger, right? Or we think something's funny, we react with laughter, right? Our bodies, though, they're responding to what matters to us. This series today that we're starting called what? Oh my gosh. Called Get Loud. You guys got to get loud for real. All right. It's called Get Loud. This series, it's about why it's so important that we respond to God the same way we respond to other things, right? Why we respond to God physically with our praise during worship, when we are worshiping God. Over the next couple of weeks, guys, I'm excited for you because you're going to have some guest speakers come in, and they're going to talk to you about worship, right? About what it does when we really respond, how it forms us, and why God is so worthy of all of our worship. Worship, guys, we have to know this about worship. Worship is not something that we just believe. Worship is something that we do. It's something that we physically respond with. And we're going to be talking about this over the next couple of weeks, like I said. And it's going to be time for us to fully engage with God instead of staying silent for God, right, during worship. Because it's so important that we what? We do what? All right, I want to try this one more time. You guys are going to all say, come on, as loud as you can. Everybody, it's important that we do what for God? Yes. It's important that we get loud during worship, that we worship full-heartedly. A lot of people, tell me if this is you, we think of worship as that singing part of church, right? That's part we got to sing. It's before the message, right? It's that thing we got to do all together before somebody gets up and preaches, right? It's the time where some people also raise their hands and some of us feel awkward during it, right? Who's there, right? Biblically, guys, though, as you know, worship is much bigger than just music. It's not just about singing, but it's also not less than singing. It is about singing. I know. Well, what does that mean? What I mean that is singing is just one of the boldest, loudest, greatest ways that we show God, hey, God, you are worthy. Everybody say, God is worthy. Worship is a physical response. Have you guys ever had a conversation with somebody where it felt like they did not care at all about what you were saying, or they didn't care about being around something, what you're doing, right? I remember I was talking to a high school a student one time, and he was coming to Vox like every week, right? Wouldn't say anything, wouldn't react at all, and I was like, I would try every week, say, hey man, how are you? What's going on? You know, do you like it here? Do you want to be here? I didn't ask him, but one day, I finally did ask him. Most of the time, he would respond with my questions of like, yep, cool, yep, yeah, nah. So today this day I asked him, I said, hey man, so I'm just wondering, you've been coming here for a few weeks. I don't really get much out of it. I don't really hear you talk too much. Do you like it here? He goes, oh, I love it. I love it here. I'm like, oh, really? I didn't know. He's like, yeah, I love just sitting in tag and hearing you guys talk about stuff, man. I've learned so much. But yeah, I love being here so much. But I didn't know until I asked him, right? Because he wasn't showing it. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I felt like you kind of hated it here. He's like, what? Why? I was like, you don't really say much during tag. You don't really worship or anything. I'm just wondering. And after that, though, he totally changed. And he realized, oh, I got to show some emotion here. I got to show, that I care, that I want to be here. Right? It's hard when you're talking to somebody and they're not really giving you much back. They're not showing you that they care. I know all of you guys, though, have things that you do care about, right? You just showed that you were super excited for that game, right? And we have video proof also. Did you guys know that? We have video proof that you guys will get excited for anything. Check this video out of all of you. Come on. That's all of you. See? Look at how excited you all are. You're so excited, right? Some of you hate watching yourself, don't you? Right? I know that you guys, when you care about something, you show it. And if you don't, you show that too. If you don't want to talk during tag, you won't talk during tag. I've been there, right? If you don't want to lift your hands in worship, you won't lift your hands in worship. But when you care about something, you guys get excited, right? A lot of times, though, when I look around the room, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I love all of you. I think you're all great and you're wonderful. During worship, what I see a lot, kind of calling people out here, I'm sorry. That's it. Not even mouthing the words. Or you're talking to the person next to you. How many of you are thinking about snacks? You're thinking about snacks, maybe? Yeah? Where are the water cups? Get that question a lot. During worship, that can happen a lot. But look. If we love God, we show him. So our response during worship, it might mean that we are revealing what we value in our heart. Go to Psalm 63, verse 4 here with me. David writes this. He writes, I will praise you as long as I live, and in your name I will lift up my hands. Everybody do this. Everybody. I want to see everybody do it. Everybody do it. Come on. See? I know your arms work. Your arms work, right? David here, he's saying, I will praise you. I will lift my hands. That's not quiet. That's not staying passive. No. That's not just, hey, I'll think about you in my head, God, while the worship is going. No. That's a real response. It's a physical response. It's an intentional response because David, he knew who God was. He wasn't just informed about God. No, he was moved by God, right? And when you truly know God, your response can't stay hidden. It's awfully quiet right now. You see, our praise, guys, during worship, it matters so much. Not because it means your hands are up and there's some rule that says, oh, hands up means good Christian. No, that's not what that's not why. No. Because our voices, they reveal what we're confident in. Our hands reveal what we surrender to, and our focus reveals what we value. So when worship starts and there's no response, that's not just a personality thing. Stay with me. Don't get offended when I say this, but that could be a heart indicator. I've heard a lot of different reasons from some of you as to why you don't worship, why maybe you don't want to put your hands up, maybe you don't want to sing, you don't want to jump, clap, all that stuff. And they go kind of like, hey, nobody else is around me, so I feel kind of awkward about it. Or the person next to me, I don't want to bother them. I've heard that one. Or I'm just tired, I've had a bad day, or I don't really like this song very much, right? But what if the reason that we don't respond in worship isn't because of any of those reasons? What if it's actually because we don't really know Jesus the way we think we do? When something is real to us, none of those other things matter to us. All those things that I listed too, they're based on how we feel. We're basically saying, I'm just not feeling it today. That's why I don't want to respond. And listen, I get that. Feelings, they're real. But the problem with that is this. Worship is more than what we feel. If that's what we think worship is, if it's all about how we're feeling, then all we've done is we have trained ourselves to believe that worship is based only on how we feel instead of who God is. And that's a dangerous place to be. So when we say, hey, God, I love you so much. I'm so grateful for all you blessed me with, Lord. I'm so great. You're so great, Lord. And he says, okay, show me. And we say, oh, nah, I'm not feeling that. That's a dangerous place to be. Because I don't. When you think about it, you don't need to feel excited and scream when your team scores. You don't need to actually feel like laughing when somebody says something funny, right? You don't need to feel like you need to grab your phone when the notifications go off. But you respond because those things are real to you, right? Worship reveals how real God is to us. Everybody say that with me. Worship reveals how real God is to us. So when we say, I don't feel like worshiping, I'm not feeling it, what we're kind of saying is right now, God doesn't feel as real to me as everything else. And that's not something that we should ignore. That's something we have to be honest about. Worship was never meant to be driven by our mood. No, it's meant to be a response to truth. And guys, look, the truth is, God is still worthy whether we feel it or not. The truth is, Jesus still went to the cross for you whether you feel it or not. The truth is, he still loves you so, so much whether you feel it or not. Worship isn't about waiting until we feel something. It's about responding to what's already true. So if there's no response, we have to ask ourselves a hard question. And I ask you guys this because I love you all so much and I care so much about each and every one of you. And I don't want you to keep going saying, oh yeah, I know Jesus, while your life shows that you're excited about everything else except for him. So you have to ask yourself, if we're not responding, do I really know him? Or do I just know about him? Is my faith, or is it my parents' faith? Is it my grandparents' faith? Is it my brother's faith, my sister's faith? Look, I want you guys to ask yourselves. I want to challenge you. I don't buy into this whole, like, you're too young to understand some of this stuff, because I've seen people younger than you guys all in, worshiping God wholeheartedly. And I believe each and every one of you can have that same response if you truly try to know Jesus and know who he is and know what he did for you. I believe that. I don't care how old you are. I think you're perfect, the perfect age. There's never the right age to learn how to worship God. Whether we feel it or not, we should. I believe that for each and every one of you. So, I told you guys, ask yourself a question is, do I really know him or do I just know about Jesus? Jesus, he's not someone who we are just supposed to know about. No, Jesus is the one who gave everything for us. And when that becomes real to us, our worship becomes natural. This becomes second nature. Because your heart is finally seeing what's actually worth everything. God's not sitting there saying, guys, too, by the way, he's not saying, hey, they didn't raise their hands, I'm so angry. No. What this does is because when we really respond to God, what he does is he invites us into something deeper. He's saying, hey, I want you to see me for who I really am. Because when we do that, when we know him for who he really is, our response will change. And this is where it gets real for us. This is because it's not something that we just agree with. Like, yeah, he's worthy. No, it's something that we show. It's something that you step into. So the question isn't just, hey, do I understand this? Do I understand that God's worthy? It's, hey, what am I going to now do with it? Right? How do I show this? What do I do? Right? Well, let me encourage you with this first. We've been talking about feelings, right? Don't wait for a feeling. Everybody say that. Say, don't wait for a feeling. Whether you feel it or not, respond. Raise your hands. Sing loudly. As loud as you can. Don't worry about the person next to you. Don't worry about how you sound. God just wants to know. He wants to hear you. He loves to hear you. He loves to see you worshiping him. He loves to see us honoring him. We're his kids, right? He's our father. So don't wait for a feeling. Just try it one time. Lift your hands, sing loud. And while you're doing it, focus on God. Say, focus on God. Don't worry about the people around you. Just worry about God. Don't worry about how you look or how others might think of you. Just focus on God. Hebrews 12:2 says, we do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Our worship reveals who we believe God is. And if we believe God is truly who he says he is, then he's not just worth a quiet moment. No, he is worth our response.